It's Carlo Pietrobelli, lead economist with the Inter-American Development Bank based in Washington, D.C. The IDB is the largest financial institution promoting development in Latin America. We finance development projects, we work with governments, we provide them with technical assistance, we carry out research that is relevant for the promotion of development in the region in South America.
How does the global value chain framework help your work?
Well, the global value chain is a useful perspective to design and implement development policies. I specifically work in an area that strengthens innovation and competitiveness in Latin American countries. And we work there with governments, helping them to get integrated into value chains. And we help governments in the region to devise and implement the right policies to promote upgrading of local enterprises into global value chains. And we do that through many different instruments and many different means, essentially working at the level of the innovation system and strengthening the innovation system that is around local providers and global value chains, helping small and medium-sized enterprises and providers upgrade their skills, their capabilities, helping finance the essential club goods and public goods, the essential infrastructures that are essentially technology related, and then help enterprises fulfill the standards and the requirements made by global leaders. And at the same time, we have an analytical agenda. We do research on issues related to global value chains. We share with governments in the region best practices and good examples of work with global value chains. We are engaging in some new work on value chains in the mining sector, covering several countries in the region. We've been working on a related area that has to do with global value chains, that is clusters and cluster development, where we consider clusters as a mechanism to help the coordination of different actors in a specific region. And clusters can prove very effective in linking up to global value chains and facilitating the innovation, learning, upgrading of local enterprises. The bank has long experience with cluster development. We actively engaged with the impact evaluation of these programs, and what we came to conclude is that cluster development programs actually have a positive effect, a positive impact, and we could show this with very solid quantitative evidence on enterprises' export capability, export levels, employment creation, productivity. This has to do with global value chains, as we consider clusters and value chains as different but complementary approaches to enterprise development.
What do you hope to get out of this week, this summit?
Well, I think this summit is proving very interesting as it gathers a selected group of representatives of other international organizations as well as well-known academics, and it's a rather unusual summit, if you wish. It's a small group of people, and there's a lot of discussions, a lot of exchanges of experiences. So a great advantage of the summit is its compact size and format, and the possibility of exchanging views and practices, and possibly this could be the start of a new wave of collaboration among researchers and between researchers and international organizations, and even across regions. I mean, the approach to global value chains has been attempted, and value chains have been studied in several regions of the world, and I know that beyond Latin America there's also interesting experiences coming from Asia, from Africa, and other parts of the world. So this summit is proving very useful in allowing us exchange experiences and ideas and new practices.
As you look ahead to the next 3-5 years,
Yes.
for your organization, what do you anticipate the most significant challenges will be, and how might the GVC framework help tackle those challenges?
Well, the challenge for the IDB in Latin America is really to continue being relevant. Mm-hmm. And Latin America is a region that, at least for the largest countries in the region, has obtained successfully access to credit markets, to international financial markets. The bank is still lending to all countries in the region, but its relevance towards the future will also depend on the capacity to provide the appropriate technical advice, the appropriate platform for exchanges of experiences, for developing good practices of policy design and policy implementation, the effort to really put in place new modern industrial policies to promote industrial and productive transformation. The last report of the bank, a flagship report, explicitly deals with the issue of modern industrial policies and how industrial policy can contribute to structural transformation in the region. So I think the challenge is really to be relevant with our technical advice and research and contribution with ideas and models.